My screen is so foggy. This is why I hate having, like, a really cheap phone case. Sorry, I forgot the word for a minute. I am tired. I'm exhausted. And I will tell you why in a minute. So I guess I'll start talking about it because, like, whoever watches it, if they miss something that they want to hear, they can, like, I know when you're on a live video, you can, like, go to the bottom and, like, scroll back on something you missed. So that's what you guys can do if you want to do that. Anyways, I don't look good at all. My hair is super tangled even though I brushed it 5 times this morning. I have really curly, thick hair and it tangles very easily. Let me just go in the bathroom so I can, like, brush my hair because this is gonna annoy me. Anyways, hello you guys. How are you doing today? I wanted to talk about something because it really affected me mentally yesterday to the point where I could not sleep. I was sitting up thinking about it, and people don't think it's a big issue, and they think it doesn't affect people, but it does. So I'm going to talk about it since all of you are in here. So I couldn't sleep last night because my mind kept on replaying the time my dog was attacked by a fake service dog. And not a lot of people think that's serious. My shrimp happy day. I love shrimp. But anyways, I was sitting in my bed, literally shaking and sweating and basically having, like, a PTSD episode, essentially, like a trauma episode, because of the beagle that attacked my dog a few months ago and, like, ripped out a piece of her hair. And the guy said he was going to kill me and my dog. That just kept on replaying in my head last night. And then I, like, open YouTube, because I always swipe up on my notifications swipe up. Sorry, that kind of didn't register in my brain if I was saying it right. But I clear my notifications to make sure that they are read, responded to if someone has a question, all that. So as I'm going through my comments, if I get a hate comment, I'll just delete it. But there's a lot of them that caught my eye. I get at least 150 hate comments a day. Since my channel has blew up, I get a lot. And I don't mind it because typically it's just uneducated people that just don't know any better and they're just being extremely rude. So I'll just delete it because it's not a big deal. But I went on my fake service dog video of the beagle, actually, of the attack, that I posted. And that video has been blowing up these last few weeks. Like, views are just racking in. And 50% of the comments are super good, but the other 50% is people blaming me and saying I'm overreacting and I should mind my business. And as I was thinking about what I went through last night of literally feeling like I was having a heart attack, like I could not breathe, I was hyperventilating, I was sweating, I was shaking, I felt like I was having a seizure and I was paralyzed. That's how bad it got. Thinking of what I just went through last night and people can just sit behind a screen and say it's no big deal, I'm being dramatic, I'm a Karen, mind your own business. That's mind-blowing to me, but they don't know what I'm going through. So I wanted to just say it because it's been on my mind all day. It's literally the afternoon right now. It's like 12 o'clock right now, and I cannot get it out of my head. I'm probably going to go through the same thing tonight. I don't know why I'm thinking so much about it. I don't know if it's just... it was obviously a very traumatizing event because that was Dixie's first time being attacked by a fake service dog. She's been bitten before by a Labrador, but it wasn't a fake service dog. And I didn't expect it because I was, like, on a walk and then someone, like, let their Labrador come out beneath a table and the dog latched onto Dixie's, like, side where her ribs are and started, like, shaking her and ripped open a piece of her. And that was just... I don't know, that was traumatizing too, but the fact that it's a fake service dog, and on top of the dog attacking Dixie, after the dog attacked Dixie, I said emotional support dogs are not allowed in Walmart. I did not yell, I did not scream, I did not cuss, I did not lose my mind. You can literally go back on that video and see the dog lunged at Dixie. I didn't get the bite on camera. The dog lunged at Dixie, and then you can see I said that in a kind of shaky voice, and I went into a panic attack in the store, but I didn't notice Dixie was bit until I got home because Dixie does not respond in yelping or squealing or barking. She doesn't. When Dixie is hurt, she'll just go on along her way. Sometimes when we're playing fetch, she'll, like, be playing fetch and be completely fine, and then, like, I'll see her and she'll be limping, and then I notice, like, she hurt her paw, or one time she had, like, a thorn this big in her paw. She did not yelp, she did not scream, she did not act in discomfort, she was just limping. So my dog doesn't act in pain. My dog is like totally silent when it comes to pain, so it was really hard to know that she actually got bit until I went home and I found like this long of a, like this, imagine like Dixie's butt, okay, like that much, kind of, you know, just like, I guess long. I don't know how to say it without it making it seem weird, but she was missing that much hair, and there was a cut on her butt, like where the dog had bit. I think it just grazed her because it ripped out those hairs, and obviously when you rip a hair from a root, it's gonna bleed, especially when you rip out a lot. So I think that's what it was. I think the dog bit her hair. Thankfully, it didn't actually make, like, go deep in her skin, but it bit her hair and ripped it out. So I think that's where the bleeding and the cuts came from, is the hair being ripped out so suddenly and harshly. It was just crazy. The guy still has the audacity to death threaten me. He was saying he was going to kill me and Dixie after Dixie got bit, and I told him emotional support dogs were not allowed in Walmart. He continued to follow me around the store and say, "You come here, you little bitch," to say that to my face. I said, and I did say it to his face, but he's just being such a Karen about it. He's like, "I'm gonna kill you and your stupid fake ass service dog, you stupid aggressive German Shepherd. I'm gonna report you." So he went to go get a manager, and he said Dixie was the aggressive one because she's a German Shepherd, and he said that German Shepherds can't be service dogs because they're too aggressive, they're too unpredictable, all that nonsense. So he started saying that about Dixie, and that made me really pissed off. And I learned the full story I learned that he was calling Dixie a fake service dog when my dad told me his side of the story, because I just thought he was like saying that Dixie was the instigator. Like, I thought he was saying Dixie was the one that caused his dog to attack. So I was just like, okay, I'm just gonna let it go. But I found out he was calling Dixie aggressive and a fake service dog when we were leaving Walmart, because like we literally went to, I went to someone to get help to protect me because this guy was like coming at me trying to kill me. I went to go get someone to protect me, and as we were leaving, after my dad got there to protect me, we were leaving the store, and I told my dad, I'm gonna say what happened, but I told him in the car. But as we were leaving, you know those front door greeters? We went by the front door greeters, and they, like, put their hand out in front of us in the door, so we couldn't leave, and my dad, and I was kind of trailing behind, because I was, like, shaking still, and, like, gathering the groceries and trying to get everything, and, my dad, I didn't hear all of it, but my dad told me later after we got home that they had stopped him and my brother at the door and said, you guys need to leave. You're not allowed in here ever again. You can't come in here. He's like, what do you mean? And they're like, well, your kid has an aggressive fake service dog that just attacked someone's dog. And my dad's like, what do you mean our dog attacked someone's dog? Do you mean the beagle that attacked her dog? And because he like saw the dog barking, but he didn't see it bite because he was like at the other end of the store. So, he was like, yeah, the guy reported you guys. He said that your German Shepherd brutally mauled his dog or attacked, whatever he said. He said Dixie attacked his dog and that Dixie was a fake service dog. Mind you, his dog had an emotional support dog vest on. It said emotional support, and this dog was like dragging him, and he's like a pretty tall dude, and his dog is a beagle, but his dog is like super fat, so it's like at least 30 pounds, and his dog was dragging him everywhere and barking at children. So, who do you think the fake service dog is? The one who is healing next to her handler, focused, and completely desensitized to everyone around her? Or do you think the real service dog is the one dragging the handler around, barking and yodeling at everyone? And they tried to pin the barking on me. They said my dog was the one barking. I'm sorry, but German Shepherds do not sound like that dog sounded like. Like, tell me, guys. A hound dog. Take a hound dog, for example. Does a hound dog sound like a German Shepherd? No, it does not. German Shepherds have a very distinct bark. So do hound dogs. Hound dogs howl and yodel. That's what this dog was doing. It was yodeling and howling, like throwing up its head and howling. My German Shepherd doesn't do that. So they were trying to blame my dog for barking because they obviously heard the barking. Everyone could hear the barking. And even a few customers thought Dixie was the one making a scene because obviously Dixie's a lot bigger than the Beagle. So she's more noticeable. The Beagle is kind of more hidden because it's tinier. So they thought it was my dog. They didn't think another dog was in the store. Yeah, Dixie is still kind of traumatized around other dogs, so it's not a good deal, but at least she's, like, manageable around other dogs. She just doesn't like other dogs now, and she's really, dominant and also kind of like really defensive around other dogs if they come up into her personal space, like really aggressively, so she'll defend herself now. But I don't know, it was just craziness. The guy tried saying Dixie was aggressive and just making a huge scene. So that is why you don't fake a service dog, because now I am mentally traumatized. I could not sleep last night. It keeps on replaying in my head. And this guy lives in my town. I saw him on the last couple days of school, which was June. So the first week of June, I saw this guy again. He was standing outside of a church with his dog. I knew it was the same exact guy. And the guy was just standing there, and his dog tried biting an old lady in a walker. What, you know, those things like they, you know, push around. The old lady was walking around, and the dog tried biting the lady in the walker. Like, literally lunged at her with its ears perked up and, like, really went after it. So that was fun. And I told my bus driver about 3 minutes later, or 5, depending on that time frame. 3 or 5 minutes later, I told my bus driver, because I was trying to wrap my head around what I just saw, because I knew this guy lived in my town, but I thought I would never see him again. And to be clear, if I see him in Walmart, I am not hesitating. I am calling the police, I am calling the manager, and I am having that guy kicked out and arrested for faking a service dog. I am not going to hesitate with that piece of shit. Like, this guy literally threatened to kill me. I should have called the cops there and then. My dad was actually, like, calling the cops as I was telling him the story, and I said, it's too late. He already left the store. We can't do anything. I didn't even get his name. But I do know someone who personally knows him, and she said the dog actually bit her when she went to go pet it. The dog bit her on the hand. So this dog has a bite record, like, bit my service dog, bit this lady. So my dad wanted to call the cops, so I'm like, the dude already left the store. I don't even know his name, so we can't report him. So next time I see that guy, I am 100% going to call the cops. I now, since that guy's dog attacked mine, we bought pepper spray. I bought a knife. So I carry my knife and pepper spray everywhere with me. So if I see this guy and his dog again, just to intimidate him, I'm going to pull out my knife and I'm going to, like, you know, it's a pocket knife, so you, like, lift it up or press a button and it, like, flips out. So I'm just going to hold my knife, like, really low to my side. And if he tries to start anything, I'm just going to hold my knife like this. And obviously, I would never hurt anyone because that would land me in jail unless he, like, came at me trying to attack me. Then I could legally, you know, puncture him. Or if his dog attacked my service dog, I would pepper spray it first. Or, you know, just scream at it to get away. I would do anything before I hurt a dog, because it's not the dog's fault that it's being dragged into Walmart, and it's not the dog's fault that it's aggressive. It's the way that this dude poorly raised up this dog and has no experience in training this dog. So, if I see this dog again, I am not going to let it get anywhere near Dixie again since it bit her last time. I am going to tell the manager that this dog is in the store again. I don't feel comfortable because this dog has bit my dog before. This dog has bit people before. People have told me this dog has bit them. And I would say to them, you know, if you're not going to do anything, I'll just call the cops. I'm like, if you're not going to kick out this dog, I'll just call the police. Or if the police don't come, I'm just going to kill the dog. And, you know, that's what I would do, is if this dog attacked my dog again, if this dog is latched onto my dog, if I can't get it off by kicking, yelling, screaming, pepper spraying, I'm going to have to kill the dog. Because I'm not going to have my dog be killed. Because there's not a huge size difference between his dog and my dog. Dixie's 22 inches, and his dog just slightly shorter. His dog can easily grab onto Dixie's throat and kill her, or get her severely injured and put her out of work for good, or have Dixie be put down because of serious injuries. So if his dog is latched onto my dog, I will kill the dog. I do not care at that point. If your dog is trying to kill my dog and you're not doing anything, and you're that ignorant that you can't leave your dog at home, I'm going to kill your dog. I don't care. And I know a lot of people get sensitive over that, and they're like, oh, well, that's just like you're going too far, it's too wrong. I don't care. If your dog is sorry, I gotta throw it this way. If your dog is acting aggressively and is trying to kill my dog, I don't care. I really don't. So I don't want to hear any bitching in the comments that, oh, that's too far, blah, blah, blah. I don't care. I just don't. So, anyways, end of that. I'll read comments now because now I'm done with my rant, and that kind of, like, lifted a big weight off of my chest from having to deal with everything that's been going on. So, I will read comments, and I will get out of the bathroom because now my hair's brushed and kind of good. I don't know. I look super bad right now. So, anyways, I don't know. Let me scroll up a little bit. I'm not going to scroll up too far, just since some of the comments are, like, super old. I don't want to, like, read something of somebody who already left, the live. So I'll just read. That's crazy. It baffles me how people will believe that fake service dogs are valid into every store without question, but authentic SDs get quizzed every time they walk into an establishment. That's what confuses me. Like, what makes our dogs look so fake that we have to be questioned? Is it Dixie is not biting people? Is it that Dixie's actually behaved and trained? Sorry, I gotta fix my hair again because I just looked at it. It's kind of ratty. What is it? What makes Dixie seem so fake? My guess is her breed. I've had people actually admit that the only reason they thought she was fake was because of her breed. So that's what I assume, is they think Dixie's fake because of her breed. Because, actually, I wanted to tell you guys this. I didn't tell this story before, so this is new to everyone. My friend went into Walmart to just do whatever, and, a Belgian Malinois. Sorry, I just burped. Oh, I don't feel good. Anyways, a Belgian Malinois attacked her. Like, not attacked her, but it attacked somebody. So this story was like before the Beagle, so I don't remember it all exactly. But my friend was describing, she was like, what's that one dog that looks like a German Shepherd, but it's not a German Shepherd? She said, it's like the dog who has a black face and a tan body and like pointy ears, and they're used in police work. I said, a Malinois? She's like, yes. She said, I went into Walmart and I saw a Malinois in Walmart as a service dog, and the dog was biting at people, like snarling, showing its teeth, and actually snapping at people. So Walmart didn't kick out that dog, but they want to kick out Dixie and say Dixie's never allowed. So I don't get it. I honestly don't. I'll just stay here because, I don't know. I feel like I'm going to have to fix my hair eventually. Lucky was nipped at a bike. Didn't know till we got home for rest. Saw it come at us from 10 feet away. She never reacted. Yeah, that's the issue with some dogs, is they just don't react from pain. So you really don't know. Like, if Dixie had her leg chopped off, I would not know until I felt the blood dripping on my foot. Like, I wouldn't know, because she would not scream, yelp, or anything. Like, Dixie has literally been body slammed into the ground, like, so harshly that it looks like her whole entire back snapped. She doesn't care. She just gets up and walks away. Like, Dixie is so pain tolerant. It's crazy. But, of course, if I get on her nerves, she'll make a whining sound. Like, she'll act like I'm abusing her because I fed her the wrong type of chicken. She's so dramatic with me. Anyway. Have you called the cops on him? I know it sounds dumb, but it could help you if you haven't already. Oh, I already saw that when I was explaining why we couldn't. But, yeah, I really wanted to, and I should have. Like, that's the one thing I regret, is I should have called the cops on him, because then his dog, like, even if they didn't arrest him, he still would have been at least informed that what he's doing is wrong by the cops, so he might not have brought his dog. But literally, my mom's friend said he was just in Walmart, like, literally just in Walmart, and the dog bit her. So yeah, that was a few weeks ago when she said that, but she said his dog was, like, in Walmart that Thursday of that week. And, yeah, I don't know, his first name is, like, I don't remember it. I believe it's John. I don't know. It's some basic name. I'll have to get more information from her again. She said she's trying to find out his last name, so if we see him again, she said she would be she wouldn't take it personally, because obviously it's, like, kind of her friend, like, her boyfriend's friend. So she said if I called the cops on him, she said that's what he would deserve. Because she said this guy is, like, super violent. He has violent tendencies, and he's actually, one of the kids on the bus actually said they saw him in Walmart, and they said he was carrying a gun around without a license, I assume. Because he's from, like, a welfare apartment, like, just a apartment that he just stays in. He doesn't even live in a house. So he's on welfare. I know that for sure, because that's what people have told me. He's on welfare. So how the hell can he afford a gun, and how the hell did he get his open carry license? Like, he's too lazy. Like, it just doesn't make sense. So he's probably illegally carrying a gun, so I can at least get him on that. But yeah, it's a lot. Understandable. I don't understand how people act like it isn't their fault if my dog ends up in the vet. Yeah, exactly. No, you have every right to do that. I assume, like, the hurting the dog, but yeah. People discriminate against appearance. But if an aggressive small dog comes up all cute and adorable, the staff will let them in, but your SD is a pit bull or something with a track record. Exactly. Like, it doesn't make sense. Like, I could literally walk in with, shoot, I don't even have a dog that's not scary to the public. Ripco, maybe. Ripco is, like, a little bit smaller than Dixie, or I guess Ripco's, like, bigger bone. Like, she has a lot more meat on her bones, if you know what I mean. But Ripco's, like, a lab mixed border collie, so she looks friendly, and she's very friendly with people, but say Ripco did not like people. Say Ripco hated people, which is just a story because Ripco literally obsesses with people and animals. Imagine Ripco was aggressive, and I brought Ripco into Walmart. They would not deny her access. They would let Ripco in with open arms and give her kisses and hugs and treats. And if Ripco attacked a pit bull or if Ripco attacked a German Shepherd, probably the pit bull or German Shepherd would be blamed. Because that's just how it goes. If you have a cute dog that's just innocent looking, you're not going to be blamed. But if you have a dog that is scary or even just big in general, like a Great Dane, all people say about Great Danes, I've never heard of someone saying a Great Dane is aggressive. But with a Great Dane size, even though they're known for being friendly giants, their size, that just kind of freaks people out. So they would probably blame the Great Dane. Or Cane Corso. People say Cane Corsos are aggressive. They're not, unless you, like, you know, destroy them or, like, don't socialize them or desensitize them to anything. They'll be aggressive, but a lot of Cane Corsos are not aggressive. But because they have those cropped ears and they're really big dogs with the big heads, they're gonna be really feared. German Shepherds, I don't know why people find them scary. They're literally fluffy little jelly beans. They are cute. I don't, like, look, hold on. I gotta show you Dixie, because Dixie is just the cutest jelly bean ever. Dixie, come. Come. She's sleeping. She doesn't want to get up. Come here. Good girl. Come here. You acted like you were about to get up and then you didn't. Come here. Good girl. Like, hold on. Look at this cuteness. Oh, she's stretching. Dixie, sit. Good girl. Like, look at this little squishy jelly bean. How can you be so scared of this? Look at the squish. Look at the baby. She's so cute. I don't know. People are just kind of crazy. Like, how do you find a dog like that scary? I don't understand. Ooh, it feels nice in here. I'm going to turn on the fan. Actually, this is the fan. You can see it right. How do I point at it? There. I was like, how do I point at it? What? I'm going to turn on that because it's super hot here. It's reaching almost in the 90s. And we're on the lake. Like, we live right on the lake. Almost. We're, like, 2 miles away from the lake. Like, if you walk down a few roads, you're already at the beach. So, we're obviously very close to the water. But, it's so hot. Like, even standing in the sunlight, if I put my hand out here in the sunlight, it's hot. So, I gotta watch my animals today. I've got to fill up the water of the goats again, because I was gonna do that this morning, and I guess I forgot. I don't know. I gotta fill up the water. It's, like, halfway full, but I'm just gonna fill it up all the way so they have fresh water, because it's been in there for, like, a day. And that's when it gets hot and nasty. The goats don't want to drink that. They want to drink fresh, cold water. So, yeah. My double chin looks so bad. I don't understand how I look. Because, like, I look like a skinny bean down here. And then I just look like I'm up 600 pounds from here. Ugh. And it's so frustrating. Because I have a couple friends who are heavier than me. And they're so freaking beautiful. Why can I not be? Sorry. I know. If you guys want to say, oh, you're beautiful, don't. I know that you guys want to compliment me, but I can't change my mind. I'm trying to get more confident with myself, but I really can't be, so. Anyways, moving on to the actual topic of fake service dogs, so let's go. But it's automatically fake. Exactly, like, if the dog has a record, it's fake. Loki is a pit rot Shar Pei mix. Aw. People need to keep Fido at home because Fido isn't allowed in a non-pet friendly establishments, well-trained or not. Exactly. Like, if you have the best trained dog in the world, which typically a pet dog is not better trained than a service dog, unless you're looking at a service dog who just started training, or you're looking at a very questionable service dog, your pet dog isn't better trained. Like, service dogs, they can do what your pet dog can do. They can sit, they can shake, they can spin, they can lay down, they can sometimes even balance treats on their nose. They can really do anything. But what makes them a service dog is that they can detect changes and say, if you're disabled and your dog can task and your dog's well behaved, congratulations, you have a service dog. But if you're not disabled and your dog's well behaved and can task, what is it tasking for then? Like, you're not disabled. If you are disabled, but your dog can't task and it's well behaved, it's not a service dog. If you're disabled and your dog can task, but it's not well behaved, your dog is also not a service dog. I guess people just don't understand that. I think they find them scary because they're popular opinion for canine units. Oh, option, sorry. And are aggressive due to the part they play in society. Yeah, I've had people tell me that German Shepherds deserve to be put down. During BLM and like ACAB, I don't know, all cops are bad or whatever. Hold on, I'm gonna blow my nose, and I'm not gonna show you guys that, obviously. But hold on. So, like, the all cops are bad thing, when that was going on, German Shepherds were being threatened to be killed. And people did not realize that Malinois were, like, one of the more popular police dogs. So German Shepherd's reputation got hurt when most German Shepherds are not even in the police force. Which, honestly, they should be, because they're one of the best police dogs, but I'm pretty biased. Because unfortunately, Malinois have a lot of health issues, and people don't realize that, because they see Malinois scaling walls and looking so-called healthy, but they don't realize that German Shepherds are healthier than Malinois. Like, Malinois are actually prone to nasal collapse, which is like where your nose collapses and you can't breathe. Essentially, I don't know how to explain it. I'm not a doctor, but many veterinarians told me that, like, it's in their official health thing that Malinois are very prone to that. That's the one thing they're most prone to is breathing issues. They also rank higher than German Shepherds for hip dysplasia and elbow dysplasia. So next time you hear someone say, oh, German Shepherds have horrible hips and spines, they don't. German Shepherds don't even rank in the top 40 dog breeds most prone to hip dysplasia. Elbow dysplasia, I've never really seen it at all in German Shepherds. I've never seen hip dysplasia in person. I've never seen back problems in German Shepherds. The veterinarians here, they've never seen health issues in German Shepherds, really, unless the dog gets a little bloated because the owner's overfeeding it. Sorry, that was kind of a tongue twister. The only health issues they really see in German Shepherds is, like, overweight or bloat. And that's just because of bad owners. I mean, bloat, it depends. Like, you can get a dog with bloat that just bloats up easily. But anyways, German Shepherds, they have good hearts. They have good eyes and ears. Hardly any German Shepherds go blind or deaf. I've never heard of a blind or deaf German Shepherd. They're, like, just overall really healthy dogs. Most German Shepherds will live until 14 years, if not older. I think most German Shepherds today, like well-bred German Shepherds, they live till like 17 years old. This one breeder, her German Shepherd lived till like 21 years old. It was insane. But they're like really healthy dogs. Oh my gosh, I'm looking at my old picture. I'm like, what the heck happened? I think I kind of had a glow up. My eyebrows are a lot thicker now. I don't know, that was like way back then, like in middle school. Wow, that was a long time ago. Yikes. I think I kind of had a glow up. I definitely got heavier, but I feel like my eyebrows got better. My eyebrows are a lot more colored, if that makes sense. So it's better. Anyways. Anywho. It's 94 degrees right now, but it's cloudy overhead, so I'm hoping for some rain. Ooh, wow, that's hot. But yeah, rain would be good. We have not gotten rain this whole summer. We got it for like a day, actually, but other than that, no, we did not get rain. It's been really dry. Actually, if I like put my phone out here, we are sprinklers on right now, but can you like see all of that dry grass out there compared to this grass? We just got our grass fertilized yesterday, and we've been watering it with sprinklers every day. Like, you can see the water. If I go out to the front, you could probably see it too. Kinda. Yeah, you can see like the sprinkler. But like, look how dead it is out by the road, and like, even out there, do you see that? How dead it is? It's crazy. But anyways, jump scare. Anyways. Yeah, I don't know what else to talk about. I just really wanted to rant about that dog, because I could not sleep last night. Like I said, I was like in a panic attack, and I don't know why, but oh well. Thanks. yeah, I like our yard. It's pretty nice. We gotta clean up a little bit outside. It's not bad, but, well, just gotta, like, clean up the porch a little bit, because, I don't know, I just feel like everything's just kind of scattered. Like, it's not messy, it's just kind of scattered, if that makes sense. Like, we have a power washing hose, we have a gasoline can, like, just a bunch of random stuff that we use, but we could better organize it. Anyways, Dixie is, like, napping. She's so cute. Hold on. She's awake. Dixie. Debates. Who's here? Is it Dad? Oh, it actually is my dad. Here, get your basket. Good girl. It's, like, messy over here. What'd you just do? She just, like, grinded her nails on the wood. You're crazy. Anyways. Ooh. Oh my god, in my room. I might get crappy connection out there, but it's better than being embarrassed by talking to your phone. To YouTube. That's just weird in my opinion. Anyways. There we go. Just kind of sit out here. Oh, I gotta turn on my fish light anyways. Good thing I came out. Anyways, GSDs can, however, have serious health issues. We got a second GSD from a recommended breeder and paid a lot of money for her. She started having horrible seizures before she turned 1 year. Yeah. Unfortunately, that was a scam. That dog was not well bred. Because German Shepherds should not have health issues. Sorry, I just, like, got really confused because Dixie just started borking, being a weirdo. Anyways. Yeah, they should not have health issues. That is not normal at all. German Shepherds are one of the healthiest dog breeds. Like Dixie, she's almost a senior. She's from a reputable breeder. And Dixie has not had one health issue at all. And like I said, she's almost a senior. So, yeah, they should not have health issues. Like, take Dobermans, for example. Dobermans are way more unhealthy. Especially, like, most Dobermans, like, 49, I think they said 49% Dobermans die before the age of 6. Or at the age of 6 because of heart failure. So it's a large number. It's like almost half, or even 59, I think it is. I'll have to look it up. But our Doberman, who was from a good breeder, actually passed away a couple months ago from DCM, which is heart failure. So it was pretty bad. So I don't think I would ever own a Doberman after that. They just have too many health issues, and they're such great dogs. Like, they're amazing dogs. Like, one of the best in my opinion, but I just can't lose a dog that early. Like I said, German Shepherds live very long if they're well-bred. And of course, you can get a well-bred dog who has some health issues, but it should never be something severe. Like, if you get a well-bred dog and it dies before the age of 1 from, like, seizures, like you said, or something like that, that's not a good breeder. And if you told the breeder that happened, they would not breed those two dogs ever again, and they would actually cull both of those dogs from the program because of what it produced. So yeah, if you told them and they, like, rehomed the two parents and, like, fixed and, spayed and neutered them, then that's good. But yeah, if they're producing dogs that are dying before they even hit 1 year, that's not a good breeder, and I would avoid them, and I would not recommend them ever again. Anyways. Yeah, like, there was this, another girl, actually, on Facebook who was, like, yelling at me, and she's like, she said 2 of her dogs died before a year because of, seizures, 2 German Shepherds, and it happened, these dogs were not well-bred. She was saying she said they came from a really good breeder, but they were not. They were from a puppy mill, essentially, and she was, like, screaming and yelling at me. I was like, you don't know anything, you have a backyard bred dog yourself, blah, 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 but I'm like, come on, your dogs did not fit standard, like, conformation-wise. They did not fit the conformation accordingly. They died before 1 year, 2 of them did. And now you have one that's, like, a senior, and it's kind of, like, it's about 6 years old. I think she said, like, 4. I don't know, it was one of those. 6 or 4, she said, and it was a working line shepherd, and she's obviously one of those people, if you know what I mean. But, her dog was just, like, not structurally sound at all. That dog did not have good conformation. She said it was from the same breeder. So you bought 3 dogs from the same breeder, which possibly might have been it's either you bought them all at the same time, or you got 3 dogs after everyone died. Like, you got a dog, it died. You got another dog from the same breeder, it died. And then you got another dog from the same breeder, and it lived. Like, that's 2 out of 3 dogs from that breeder that have died under a year, like, as puppies. So that's either a you problem, like you're killing your dogs, or that breeder is a horrible breeder. So, yeah, people just, they're not, like, and the funny thing is, they said, oh, my best friend breeds them. She's a reputable German Shepherd breeder. That's your issue, is it's your best friend. And I know saying no to a best friend might be hard, but it's the right thing to do sometimes. Like, my best friend wants to become a breeder. I don't think I'd ever get a dog from her, to be quite honest. And she has good intention, and I'm obviously going to help her, but she wants to breed Huskies and German Shepherds, and she ended up saying a couple of years ago that she wanted to breed Shepskis, which are mixes, which should not be bred, but she wanted to breed them. And I kind of educated her on why you shouldn't breed mixed breeds, and she's like, oh, okay, I won't do that then. So now she's, like, on the right track to ethically breeding Huskies and German Shepherds. But, yeah, she said her top 2 dog breeds are Huskies and German Shepherds. So I said, well, I'm going to breed German Shepherds in the future, so why don't you just breed Huskies? And we can kind of, like, have a shared kennel, and I can guide her with the appropriate steps for that. But, yeah, she wants to breed Huskies and German Shepherds, and I said, why don't you just breed Huskies? Because I'm going to be breeding German Shepherds, so, just breed Huskies. So, yeah, I'm going to help her out with that. I'll kind of guide her to good Husky breeders and kind of, like, help her with the things she needs to do. But, yeah, she said she's going to go to college to get an education on dog breeding, so that's nice. Anyways, let me read what I missed. I got my Dachshund puppy from a breeder that I thought was very legit and bred rare colored Dachshund. My puppy came with a hernia near her digestive system, and she had fleas, and she's too young for flea shampoo or treatment. Yeah, that's, like, a huge red flag. I would not call that a reputable breeder either. And it's really hard because, like, you can find people who look reputable and then they're not. Like, I went through, gosh, this is embarrassing. I went through over 20 German Shepherd breeders that I thought were reputable, and they weren't. Like, they put on a pretty show, and they, like, got their dogs imported, and their dogs had health testing, but their dogs weren't quality, and they did not have drive. So that was your red flag right there for me. So I just did not go with those people as breeders. But, yeah, breeding rare colors, that's the biggest red flag. If they're breeding for color that is out of standard, such as, shoot, I don't know Dachshunds that well, but take a German Shepherd, for example. If someone is breeding panda German Shepherds or liver or blue or white, those are not well-bred dogs. White German Shepherds are controversial, though, because there are some white German Shepherds that are well-bred and have, like, their own kennel club. People sometimes get them confused for white Swiss, but white Swiss and white German Shepherds, like, they can both be well-bred, but you have to do it right, like any other dog. And they got worse. If she had gotten run over, we would have had her put her down before 3. We had one before, and she died at 8. We know that they weren't as well-bred as they thought. Yeah, it's really hard to, like, decide what's well-bred or not. It's really hard. Oh, yeah, Dawn dish soap. That can help with fleas. My goats had lice, and Dawn dish soap helps loosen the eggs, or I think kill lice. Either loosen the eggs or kill lice. So that's what I did with my goats, and it, like, worked really well. And then I put flea treatment. So, yeah. We just are not going to get another purebred GSD because of that. Well, don't be scared to get another German Shepherd because of, like, backyard breeders, because all the dogs you got were from backyard breeders. I can guarantee you that. So I wouldn't recommend them anyways, because well-bred German Shepherds have drive and they need a job. So if you want a pet dog, go with, like, a calm dog. But German Shepherds, well-bred ones, are very high drive. Like, they need a job to be happy. So, but if you did want to get a German Shepherd, you'd have to get from a reputable breeder, and I've never heard of a German Shepherd from a good breeder who's actually, like, done health testing and titling and, all that, everything. I've never heard of a German Shepherd dying, like, before the age of, like, 13 at least. Like, they live 13 and up. Like, Dixie's parents, they're more than likely still alive. Like, they were very healthy dogs. But, yeah, German Shepherds should not die at, like, a year old. They really shouldn't even die at 10 years old unless cancer or something pops up. But that's, like, in every dog breed that can happen. But What?
Really?
What? I was on this for a couple minutes.
Okay, we'll come out and clean.
Anyways. My vet said that Dawn dish soap is harmful to dog skin and will cause skin issues for my dachshund. Hi, Dixie. Come here. She just opened my door. But yeah, Dixie's almost a senior, and she has no health issues. But she's also from a good breeder, so yeah. Huh. Yes. No, you're a good girl. I found a dog, actually, that a breeder had in Michigan. They're like a breeder where I'm getting my next dog from. And the dog looked identical to Dixie. A little bit lighter in the tan color, but not like a silver. It was still tan, but, you know, not silver. And I think the dog is actually related to Dixie. It was pretty cool. Huh, Dixie? Bites. She's a good girl. I think I found a dog that was related to you, huh? Ooh. Anyways. I might, like, screenshot that dog and show the pedigree. But, yeah, I think it's related to Dixie. I haven't looked at Dixie's pedigree in a while. Because it's put away. Or, like, you know, her registered name. It's put away in her cabinet. And I can't find her papers. Dixie the bites. Can I get a kiss? Thank you. You're so nice. And everyone said not to use it because their products aren't dog friendly. Oh. I used it on my goats and I don't know, they got flaky skin, but that's because I think they were sunburnt because their skin was exposed, but other than that. Well, she wasn't breeding them for color, but the colors were rare and she put that in the listing. Yeah, I would say like if she makes that very visible, like, oh, I got rare dogs, that's kind of a red flag. Like, you know, that's like me breeding it, like in standard German Shepherds, say. And I got like a black German Shepherd puppy. And I'm like, oh, but this is a black German Shepherd. So I'm going to price it more or I'm going to advertise it as rare. Even though it's like common and color doesn't really matter. Like if they're advertising color a lot or bumping up price because of color or even gender. Yeah, that's a really big red flag. I could like go into a whole video of like reputable breeding and what to look for. But yeah, it's somewhat hard to decide because like when you first get into it, it's really hard to know who's a reputable breeder or not. And reputable bred dogs will be like $2,000 at least. You might get lucky and find one for $1,500, but typically those are the lower quality dogs. I know well-bred golden retrievers go for $4,000 minimum, and they can go up from there. German Shepherds typically hang around $3,000 to $2,500. That's their price range for a well-bred dog. So if your dog was like $200 or $600 or even $1,000, it's more than likely not well-bred. Because breeders don't price dogs high to gain a profit, but they do it so the dog is less likely to go to like a puppy mill, if that makes sense, or someone who just doesn't care about the dog. So yeah, I don't know. But my German Shepherd puppies, I was going to price for $1,500 to $2,000 because of course I would just be getting into breeding, so playing around with genetics and seeing what works. So yeah, my dogs would start out cheap and they would probably rise to about $3,000 at most because I want to offer affordable puppies to people. I don't want to like overprice because I see some breeders who price them like $7,000. That's a lot of money. But yeah, anyways, I'm probably gonna go because I'm like kind of exhausted and just want to like go lay down. But anyways, I'm gonna go. I had to go do something, but I forgot what it was. So I'm just, yeah. Also, if you go on Good Dog and if you go on German Shepherds in Michigan, you might find my account. I made a breeding account and it's called Pine Creeks GSD. Like pine, like a pine tree, and then creek, like a river creek or something, and then GSD, which, yeah, that's pretty self-explanatory. Anyways, you can find that on there, but I put Dixie on there, but she's not going to be bred. I just put her as, like, a retired female. So, yeah.